This is the sixth chapter. This is essay. Let's see the meaning and points to keep in mind about essay. According to the dictionaries, an essay is a short piece of writing on a particular subject. If you go through the meaning of essays in dictionaries, that many dictionaries give us a meaning that essay is nothing but a short writing on a particular subject. The particular subject may be the Republic Day, the Independence Day, cleanliness and hygiene, environment pollution, air pollution, water pollution, radio, computer, internet, Swachh Bharat, whatever may be the topic. Based on that topic, there is a small writing. It usually expresses information as well as the writer's opinion. What is there in the essay? In the essay, there will be information about a particular topic, and at the same time, the essay expresses the writer's own opinion. Take the example of the subject internet. If you are given the topic internet, there will be information on the internet in that essay, and at the same time, a writer has freedom to express his own opinion in that essay. It also means an attempt or a try. Essay writing not only means as a writing or an opinion of the writer, but also it represents a try or an attempt. That one point also we should keep in mind. This essay writing topic exercise we have been doing since our childhood. From 5th, 6th standard itself, our teachers introduced this essay writing activity. And in our childhood, we have written essays shortly on the topics like my school, my favorite teacher, Independence Day, my favorite animal, like that. Those essays were of about 2 to 3 paragraphs. It was a very short writing. But now you are in high school, here a little bit more you should write. There are certain points to keep in mind while writing essay. Let's have a look at that also. Points to keep in mind. Usually essays are written in simple language. We have to keep in mind the readers. What type of readers we have, their age group and their mental ability, keeping in mind to suit those people's mental ability or capacities or grasping powers, we should write our essay. Usually it is in simple language. Quotations are used to express the ideas effectively. Essay writing means writing on a topic, filling it with some relevant information. While writing essay, we add some quotations. It may be said by a great person or an expert who is who has done some research in that area, and also excerpts from books which have come out, which have focused on that issue. We pick up excerpts from them and we put them in quotation marks so that our essay will be very effective. Collecting relevant information and arranging it systematically is essential. If we are given an essay writing activity, first and foremost thing we should do is to collect information about that topic. Take an example of a topic. If we are given the topic internet, we have to collect a lot of information about internet. What is the meaning of internet, how it is useful, how it has disadvantages, what is the future of internet, and last we should give conclusion. Certain important points we need to explain about that topic. Collecting information is not only the important thing, but also we should arrange that properly, systematically, one by one. It should be coherent, it should not be haphazardous. Conclusion, advantages, disadvantages, introduction, everything is mixed up means it doesn't impress the readers. So we should arrange those ideas systematically also. Usually there are three parts of an essay: introduction, information body, conclusion. Just now I told you that our essay should be coherent and the thoughts and ideas should be arranged systematically, one by one. So this method we may follow. First we should give some introduction. Take the example of the topic internet. Write 5-6 lines, or how much is essential, that much introduction, and then body of the information body. There you write advantages of internet, disadvantages of internet, what is the future of internet, how to regulate internet, all those points you add there. And after writing all these things, you come to conclusion. In the conclusion we write overall opinion about that topic. So this way this essay contains three parts: introduction, information body, and conclusion. We should also keep in mind the words limit. Usually essays have word limit. 100 words, 200 words, 300 words, 1000 words, 1500 words, or unlimited words. There is some word limit rule that also we need to keep in mind. For our SSLC examination or for our high school purpose, we need to write an essay for 4 marks. That also we should keep in mind. This is what about the meaning and some of the points to keep in mind about essay writing. Now let's directly go to study example 1. Let's apply this meaning and these points to keep in mind to an actual essay. Let's study our first example of essay. Here is the example 1. The topic is cleanliness and hygiene. We have to write an essay on this topic, keeping in mind the meaning and points to keep in mind. Let's analyze this one by one. When I was handling the topics, story development, picture description, I told you that if you give these topics to 10 people, 10 different writings come up. The case is same with this topic also. You give this topic to 10 people and you get 10 different essays on the same topic. You may write the essay on the same topic better than this. This is not the final. This is just an example for you. Let's analyze this, whatever we discussed in our introduction part. There is a beautiful word about cleanliness, that is, cleanliness is next to godliness. First, in the introduction part, we have to write some beautiful lines, some attractive lines. See here, I had told you that we should use some lines in quotation so that our essay will be effective. it is better to collect some attractive lines and add them into our essay. Here I have added cleanliness is next to godliness. See here, we hold the position of God very high. He is ultimate. So, if anything is there on this world that is next to God, that is cleanliness. Cleanliness leads to hygiene. If we maintain cleanliness habits, that leads to health. Cleanliness and hygiene are the significant characteristics of a healthy life. If you want to be healthy, if you want your surrounding people to be healthy, you must follow the cleanliness and hygiene habit. They should be followed on daily basis. See here, cleanliness and hygiene are not the things that we should do occasionally or seldom. They should be done regularly on daily basis. There are some people, they take bath only once a week, or they wash their hands once a week. That kind of people are also there. This is India. Here you have enough water. You don't have to do such things here. Person who follows healthy lifestyle gets social recognition as well. See here, if you are a person who is following health and hygiene protocols, and you are recognized everywhere, people come up to you and they feel protected. They feel secured because there is no danger, especially during these present times, because it is the time of pandemic, coronavirus time. Here we keep washing our hands again and again. Especially this rule applies to human beings. Human beings must be clean and healthy and hygiene. And some animals are there, you know that they will be very healthy if they are in the dirt, if they are in the slush, if they are in the garbage. For example, pigs. I am not using this word in a derogatory manner, and that animal also has its own dignity. In that way I am using this. These habits need to be instilled in the childhood itself. So, it is better to give this cleanliness and hygiene habits at the small age itself, because it should be given in the form of sanskara. Otherwise, when the person grows up, it is very difficult to mend him. That leads to disease-free life. Ultimately, cleanliness and hygiene make us healthy. That's it. This is introduction part of our essay. I am not explaining the meaning of this essay. I am explaining the techniques of essay. Don't mistake me. Characteristics of cleanliness and hygiene. After introduction, we come to the information body. Here we should give some information, advantages, disadvantages, what to do, what not to do, these things. First one, washing hands with soap and water. See how simple, following the cleanliness and hygiene habit. Just it is the activity of 20 to 30 seconds. Cleanliness and hygiene. Just washing our hands with soap and water. Whenever we should wash our hands with soap and water, after using the washroom, we go to toilet, we go to urinals, and after using this washroom, we should wash our hands with soap and water. After collecting the garbage, we clean our house, we collect the garbage and we throw it into a proper place. So after that also we should wash our hands with soap and water. Handling a sick person. See here, if a person is there at our home or somewhere we are treating the sick person, so after that I should, after caring him, after serving him, we should wash our hands with soap and water. Then this is after, and so on. These are not the only examples, still so many are there. Then before preparing or eating food, also we should wash our hands with soap or water. Playing with a child, If small children are there at our house, we should not approach them immediately. Soon after coming back from roaming outside, should go to the washroom and we should clean ourselves, then we should handle the children. Handling a sick person, again here also, before handling sick person also, we should wash our hands, and we should wash our hands with soap and water. So on, these are not the only examples, there are still more examples. Just we should follow that protocol. This is page 1. Still some other pages are also there. Let's have a look at them also. My dear students, in the page number 1, we studied about the introduction and characteristics of the essay cleanliness and hygiene, and this is the continued part of that. Taking bath regularly so that there will be no skin problems and body odor, and our body should be clean on daily basis. Some people take bath 2 times a day, so at least in the morning we should take bath, and often we should clean our hands and legs and faces, and with soap, that is also so that whatever body odor or whatever skin problem, that don't affect us. Cleaning hair regularly and drying them. Hair should also be cleaned regularly, and after cleaning they should be dried so that they won't smell. Cleaning clothes regularly with detergent, powder and soap. We clean our body, we take bath, and the clothes that we wear on the body, that also should be cleaned. That should be cleaned with soap and detergent regularly. Flushing the toilets and urinals after use and disinfecting them regularly on a daily basis. And we use toilets and we use urinals, and they need cleaning. They need special cleaning. We should not only clean them, we should not only flush enough water after use, we should disinfect them. That should be done on daily basis, not once in a month, twice in a month, like that. Cleaning the home regularly with disinfectants. Home is the place where we live and where we spend most of our time. And if we neglect home cleaning, it is possible that breeding of the germs takes place. Brushing the teeth 2 times a day regularly, morning and before going to bed, it will avoid bad breath, tartar, cavities, etc. See, this body should be maintained properly. Cleanliness is the most important part when it comes to body. Mouth should also be cleaned. We should brush teeth 2 times a day, early in the morning after breakfast, and before we go to bed, so that all the teeth problems may not affect you. Trimming and cleaning the fingernails regularly. Fingernails should also be cleaned, because if we neglected this, there might be germs inside in the gap of the nails. Getting the haircut regularly. Hair is also abode of many germs. We should get our hair cut regularly. Our home as well as outside environment, both should be clean. We should not only clean our home, but also the outside environment, because we spend time in outside environment also. Our surroundings, they must also be clean, otherwise the germs will enter into house from our outside also. The garbage should be disposed in a proper place. We should not throw the waste on the road and on the gutter. This habit should not be followed. Wet waste, dry waste, there is a proper process of throwing garbage. We should know the proper procedure of disposing e-waste in an environment friendly manner. E-waste means mobile phones that are not working, and this kind of wires, and TV, computer, hard disks, and rechargeable batteries. Those contain poisonous elements in them. So those things also need to be disposed properly. If we throw them into the environment, they cause damage to the other living creatures of the environment. There is a proper SOP of disposing them, that also we should follow. So this is the page 2 we studied. Now let's go to page 3 of this thing. We saw introduction and we saw the characteristics, and let's go to page number 3. Previously we wrote introduction and we wrote body of the information of the importance of cleanliness. Now we are in the last part, that is conclusion. Cleanliness and hygiene are very important for a healthy life. If we want to be very healthy, we must follow rules of cleanliness and hygiene. A research conducted in London estimated that if everyone routinely washed their hands, a million deaths a year could be prevented. In London, there was a research. In that research, they found that just by hand washing regularly, what we may prevent? We may prevent 1 million deaths. If we keep our whole body clean, and if we clean our home, and if we clean our environment, surrounding environment, how much more benefits we may get out of that. The diseases like dengue fever, swine flu, malaria, chickenpox, jaundice, COVID-19 can be prevented just by following some clean and hygienic lifestyle. These are all dangerous diseases. These diseases spread due to not following the cleanliness and hygiene protocols, especially in present world. Here there is a pandemic, that is COVID-19, and now we are washing our hands with soap, and we are wiping our hands with sand sanitizer, and we are wearing masks, and we are following some cleanliness and hygiene SOPs. See here, hundreds of years, whatever we didn't learn about cleanliness and hygiene, this COVID-19 is teaching to the masses how we should be clean and hygiene, and we should maintain cleanliness by spraying disinfectants into our home as well as outside. So these listed diseases and many more diseases can be prevented by following healthy lifestyle, cleanliness and hygiene. Thus, we may avoid air and foodborne diseases. The same diseases, if we neglect, if we don't kill them outside itself, they will enter into our body, and then we spread it to others through air, through water and food, etc. This is what a little bit information about our first example of essay writing, that was cleanliness and hygiene. Now let's directly go to our second example, that is save forests, save life, or save trees, save life. Now we are studying example 2. Here there is a speciality about example 2, or first example, second example and third multimedia example. What is that speciality, you know? Usually while discussing letter writing, picture description, profile, story development, I took second example from the SSLC board examination that was held in June 2020. But here all the three examples, first example, second example and the next one multimedia example, all the three I have taken from the question paper of June 2020 itself. Remember this. Example 2, All the three examples which are being discussed have been taken from the question paper of second language English exam that was held in June 2020 SSLC board examination. Save forests, save life. We have to keep in mind the points that we have studied while studying essay writing. Points to keep in mind. First only we should do the introduction of this topic. Trees are the most essential part of the nature. See here, without trees we can't imagine nature. They are most essential. They give us life by providing oxygen to us. See here, I am standing before you and you are listening to me. The power behind us is oxygen. I am breathing in oxygen, I am breathing out carbon dioxide. You are also doing the same. That is the force behind this life and all other life. Without oxygen, we cannot survive. That oxygen is exclusively provided by the trees. We can't survive on this earth without the presence of the trees. If there are no trees, we can't live. We will definitely perish. But without us, trees can survive because we provide a good manure for the trees. If we are buried under a tree, that tree grows very healthy because we serve as manure to the trees. But without trees, man will perish. They also control the environment pollution. See here, the vehicles give out carbon dioxide, and animals and all the living things on this earth except trees give out carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is consumed by trees. Then it gives us clean air in the form of oxygen. If we are sitting among trees, we may escape from the problem of sound pollution because trees prevent sound pollution also. But unfortunately, with the rapid growth in population, deforestation is taking place. One unfortunate thing is that deforestation process is taking place very rapidly because the growth of the population. For growing population, government has to provide playgrounds, government has to provide residence, roads. For that sake, thousands, lakhs together of trees are being cut. That's a very sad thing. This is the introduction of this essay. Here also I would like to tell you one thing, that this essay is being written on my own view. You may write the essay on your own view. The meaning of the essay itself says that it is the writer's opinion. Along with the information, it provides the opinion of the writer. Introduction part is over. Now we are in the information body. In the information body, we study importance, advantages, disadvantages, preventive methods. But we should keep in mind the time limit, words limit, etc. We may write essays pages together, but time and words limit is important. Importance of trees. Trees give oxygen without which all the creatures perish. As we discussed in the introduction part, without oxygen we can't survive. Trees give shade, bring rain. Who doesn't like to sit under a tree and enjoy on a sunny day? It gives pleasant, cool shade for the person, and also trees bring rain. Without water also we can't survive. Trees combat climate change. See here, the heated discussion about climate change is going on everywhere in the world. The main reason for the climate change is the CO2, carbon dioxide, the emission of the carbon dioxide. Because of the emission of the carbon dioxide, the heat in the environment increases. As a result, the glaciers melt and the water level in the sea come up. It causes another problem. It has cascading effects on the human life and all the creatures on the life. So climate change need to be prevented. What is the effective way of combating the climate change? It is by planting more and more trees, because trees absorb CO2 and give oxygen. Provide clean air, maintain ecological balance. Trees also provide clean air. They absorb the pollutants that are present in the air. And at the same time, the ecological balance. The trees give shelter to thousands of creatures on this earth, and those thousands of creatures are under food chain, and one creature eats up another one, that creature eats up another one, like that there is a food chain, and that ecological balance need to be maintained, that ecological balance need to be sustained. So ecological balance is also kept well by the trees. So we are studying importance of trees, that we continue in the page number 2. This is page number 1. Now let's go to page number 2. My dear students, in the page 1 we saw the introduction and some of the points of importance of the essay Save Forests, Save Life, or Save Trees, Save Life. Now some remaining points are there about importance of forests. Let's have a look at them. Trees help to save water. Whatever rainwater falls on the earth, the trees help to go that water deep into the earth. Trees prevent soil erosion and soil pollution. The flow of water causes erosion. So wherever the trees are there, they hold the soil with their roots and stop the erosion of soil, and also they prevent soil pollution. The trees absorb all the pollutants from the soil and they prevent soil pollution also. Trees provide food, shelter to many creatures. If we look at a tree, there we find thousands of creatures living on that. Ants, insects, birds, and it gives shelter to them. It protects those all creatures. Trees regulate environment and keep the environment cool. Whatever pollutants are there in the environment, those all pollutants, most of the pollutants are absorbed by the trees. Thus, it makes the environment clean, and then only we will be able to breathe the fresh air. Steps to save forests. We should use the paper wisely in a very limited way. How the limited use of paper can save trees? You must be feeling surprised. Whatever paper we use in our day-to-day life, that paper comes from trees. So if we use less paper, then less trees are cut there. That is also very important. We should plant more trees wherever we find space. We should keep on simply growing the trees. That is also one of the best ideas to save the trees. We see empty roadsides. In all those places we can plant tree, na? We should use tree guards to save small trees until they grow fully. In order to protect the trees, in order to make them grow, first 3-4 years of after planting the trees is very important, because That is the most crucial time. At that time, the trees are prone to be destroyed by animals or human intervention. We may trample the trees, or the animals may graze them. That is why we should put a fence around that tree so that it is unaffected by other creatures. We have grown more than 100 trees in our school with the support of all the staff and with the help of our students. Now they are of 5-6 years of age. If you come to our school, it is a festive look. The trees give you a festive look. It is really very beautiful here. So we know the God gave us an opportunity to grow this much of trees and realize how we may grow trees. Otherwise we will not be able to get that knowledge, growing of trees. That is also one of the life lessons we should know. That gives us such a great satisfaction. You must plant some trees, and then only you will realize that. We should prevent excess deforestation. With the increase of population, we need more and more space for the accommodation, for the transport, and such other things. So we should not do that deforestation. That leads to many more disastrous problems. Decreasing the use of wooden materials such as furniture, utensils, and also avoid single use. We use so many wooden materials in our house. We use sofa, and we use other table and other furniture, and we use utensils, plates, spoons. Some wooden materials are single used, and that should be stopped, because the tree takes more than 15 years to grow fully. And if we use them once and throw them, that's really a betrayal, a big betrayal to the nature. In that area also we should give our attention. We should stop single use of the wooden materials. Government should make policies to save trees. The government has a major role to play here, and it should regulate how the trees should be cut, and how they should be transported, and how the commercial use of trees should be done. There should be clear-cut rules keeping in mind the environment. Rules should be made mandatory to grow trees. Everybody should grow tree, because everyone on this earth inhales oxygen, and he is being benefited by the trees. So if a person purchases a car, he should grow 50 trees. If a person purchases a scooter, he should grow 20 trees. Like this type regular. If he has nothing, no scooter, no car, then he should also plant a tree, at least a tree, because he travels in public transport, buses, rails, like that. So this kind of arrangements should be made to compensate the pollution we are contributing to this environment. Providing financial support for growing trees. This is also very important. To grow a tree, minimum amount of money we have to spend. That money, even some people are not able to spend that much of money. For them, government should provide financial support so that the trees come out and environment is cleaned. Thus, this is all about page 2. Now let's have a look at page 3. We have come to page number 3. This is the continued part of the points that we are studying about steps to save trees, or steps to save forests. We saw some of the points of this topic in page 2. In page 3, remaining points are there. Let's have a look at them. It is better to go paperless administration. See here, in administration, thousands of papers circulated every day. That is just a process of a mouse click. See here, a mouse click saves thousands of papers. So it is better and an urgent necessary for the government to go paperless administration. Thus, we can save thousands of trees. Double-sided printing should be encouraged. It has become a prestige to print only one side. If you take double-sided printed material to the some of the offices, there the babus, they will be red-faced to see that. So are you trying to save money? They ask. How miser you are? They ask. Not all of them. Few people, many people are there like that. But miserliness is the need of the hour, especially for environment. So double-sided printing should be encouraged if we have to use paper. Educating the people and creating awareness among the public in this regard is essential. If we don't upgrade the people, then we cannot get expected results. All the people are not bad. It is because of their ignorance they will behave in that manner. If we created a kind of awareness among them, if we told them the importance of trees, they will definitely have mercy towards trees, and they also take steps to save trees. This is also very important. Population growth leads to deforestation, therefore population control measures to be undertaken. This population growth is a major headache for most of the countries on this planet. If more and more people are added to the existing population, more and more space is needed for them. So where is the space? Only one earth we have. That is why without any other options, we cut trees and make space for human beings. We build residential houses for them, and we build roads, and we build playgrounds for them. So if population growth is controlled or stopped, then only the need of extra space is prevented. Thus we can save the environment or forests. So these are a few points of how we can save trees. Now we are in the last part, that is conclusion. Let's have a look at this also. In the beginning we saw introduction, and in the middle we saw information body, that is importance of forest and steps to save forest or steps to save trees, and now last part, that is conclusion, the overall impression of this essay. The present world is facing many problems related to environment. Recently, almost all the print media and electronic media were discussing about the pollution levels in the cities. Delhi has been considered as a gas chamber. That much high the environment pollution has gone up there. Lakhs together people are facing breathing problems because of the environment pollution. So how big the problem we have created to ourselves? We are burning fossil fuels, at the same time we are cutting trees, and we are digging our own grave here. What kind of problems we are facing regarding environment? Global warming, the temperature in the environment is increasing, that is causing global warming. Environmental pollution, see here, water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, sound pollution, all kinds of pollution we are facing that problem. Melting of glaciers. See, in the North Pole and South Pole, the water is held in the form of ice because of the low temperature in that regions. if we continued cutting more and more trees, and if we continued burning more and more fossil fuels, then the amount of carbon dioxide increases in the environment. The carbon dioxide that has the capacity to hold the temperature. Whatever heat the earth receives from the sun, that ultimately released into the space. But the amount of carbon dioxide that exists on the environment, that holds that heat, that doesn't let it go up, that causes the melting of glaciers. If the melting of the glaciers starts, then more and more water is released into the oceans and seas, and that causes the rise of the level of the water in the oceans. That results the submersion of many more cities on this planet. They have situated on the seashores or nearby sea. This will be disastrous. That's why we must be very careful. Melting of glaciers and many other problems are caused by deforestation and forest degradation also. Major cause of this kind of environmental pollution is degradation of forest or deforestation. Since 1990, it is estimated that 420 million hectares of forest have been lost worldwide. See what a great damage we human beings are causing to this Mother Earth. 420 million hectares. 1 hectare is equal to 2.5 acres. And 420 million means 42 crore hectares of forest have been vanished. Approximately thousands of creatures take shelter in a single tree. And how many more lives we have destroyed. The present world is facing the big problem, one of the biggest problems of this century, that is coronavirus. It has attacked human beings, but we human beings are just like coronavirus. We have attacked to this earth. See, if this trend continues, what will be the future? We are eating up, we are burning up this planet. Then we reach nowhere. We have no other abode, we have no other shelter to go and settle down. This is the only place. Ultimately, how coronavirus patient who has died of that virus is burnt along with the virus, in the same way, along with this planet, we will also get destroyed. This we need to keep in mind. The only solution for all these problems is to grow more and more trees. So these and many problems, environment related problems we are facing now, there is a feeling that we are on the edge of the extinction. That days are not so far, they are very near. So in order to solve all these problems, we have to grow more and more trees. My dear students, this is not the only way of writing essay. This is very limited. We are writing this essay for 4 marks. We may write pages together regarding this topic, regarding any other topic, but we have to keep in mind the word limits and time limit also. So this is what about the second example of essay writing. Now let's have a look at multimedia essay writing example, that is third one.
Essay. According to dictionaries, an essay is a short piece of writing on a particular subject. It usually expresses information as well as the writer's opinion. It also means an attempt or a try. Points to remember. 1. Usually essays are written in a simple language. 2. Quotes are used to express the ideas effectively. 3. Collect relevant information. Arrange the information systematically using simple language. 4. Usually there are three parts of an essay. A. Introduction. B. Information body. C. Conclusion. 5. We should keep in mind the word's limit. Question. Write an essay on any one of the following. A. Cleanliness and hygiene. B. Save forest, save life. C. Water pollution. Answer. Water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies such as lakes, rivers, oceans, ponds, tanks, groundwater, etc. Usually as a result of human activities. Water is polluted because of discharging the pollutants such as domestic wastes and sewage directly or indirectly into the water bodies without any treatment. Water pollution kills more people than all forms of violence such as war. Causes of water pollution. Water is known as universal solvent. This is the reason why water is so easily polluted. 1. Discharge of industrial waste into the water bodies without treatment. 2. Sewage and wastewater entering into the water bodies. 3. Mining activities near the water bodies. 4. Dumping the waste into the water bodies. 5. Accidental oil leakages. 6. Chemical fertilizers and pesticides. 7. Leakage from the sewer lines near water bodies. 8. Chemical wastes and radioactive wastes. 9. Plastic that enters into the water bodies. 10. Acid rains. Effects. 1. It kills human beings. 2. Diseases such as cholera, typhoid, jaundice, dysentery spread from contaminated water. 3. It may kill plants and animals. 4. It affects aquatic life badly. 5. It disrupts the food chain. The diseases transfer from one animal to another. Prevention of water pollution. 1. Turn off the tap when the water is overflowing. 2. Do not throw paints, oils, fats, grease, household chemicals, litter, etc. down the drain, sink or toilet. 3. Not to overuse the pesticides and fertilizers. 4. Plant more trees. 5. Avoid disposing garbage into the water. 6. Use minimum amount of detergent or bleach while washing dishes and clothes. 7. Treating sewage, waste and industrial water before discharging it into the water bodies. 8. Banning the mining near the water bodies. 9. Stopping plastic at any cost from entering into the water bodies. 10. Spreading awareness among the people. 11. Government should make policies regarding this. Conclusion. All the creatures on this planet are living like a family. Water is very important for the survival of the life on this earth. We cannot consume polluted water. We must be very concerned about water so that animals, plants, human beings live a healthy life. Thank you.
My dear students, so far we studied about essay writing. That would give you 4 marks. Now let's directly go to study the poems.